Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Alicia, and today, this week, we are doing realistic reading vlog because I have been meaning to do another reading vlog and I really just couldn't decide what reading vlog to do. So let me know in the comments below if you guys have any ideas or anything that you guys really want me to do reading vlog wise, because I really wanted to do a 24-hour reading challenge again, but I keep psyching myself out. Like I get excited and then I'm like, that's a lot of time to read. Like what if I have to do other stuff? And like, what if I don't get to, and then like, I just spiral and then I don't film anything that has to do with reading. So I was like, stop that. You're going to do a realistic reading vlog because let's see how much I read in just a regular week, a week where I'm filming other content and where I'm like just doing my normal everyday stuff and not focused solely on I'm filming a reading vlog. Like how much do I actually realistically read? So that's what this vlog is. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's actually Tuesday. Oopsies. So I meant to start it yesterday, so technically I'm going to say that it did start yesterday. So we started our week yesterday because that's honest. It's honest, it's real. I didn't read it all yesterday, and that sometimes happens. There's days where I just don't have the time, or there's just other stuff I choose to do instead. Monday, 0. We read 0. Today's Tuesday, and it is 5:39 p.m., and I'm finally kind of done with everything that I wanted to do. If you watched my spending the day alone, enjoying my own company video vlog thing that's on my channel, then you'll know that this is the book that I'm currently reading because I bought this book in that vlog and I started reading it in that vlog, and I haven't picked it up since. Well, I have a little bit, but I am currently on page 245 and I'm actually in the middle of a chapter, so that's fun. I think it's because when I got my hair done the other day, I was reading it and it was time to shampoo and I was like, what do I do because I'm in the middle of a chapter? And I haven't picked it up since. So we have about 100 and some pages left to go in this book. So I'm gonna try to finish this tonight, actually. I think I always say that though with every single book. I could have 400 pages left to read and I'm like, I think I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, and it's like 9 p.m. I think right now I'm gonna take off my makeup because I only had it on because I was filming something else, and I can't read with my makeup on. I mean, I can, but I prefer not to because I don't like wearing my glasses when I have makeup on. And also it's like 85, 90 degrees outside and I'm over it and I'm sweating it off anyway. So we are gonna take our makeup off and then we are going to curl up, get cozy, and read some of The Game Changer. Oh, sorry, if you guys didn't see the vlog where I talked about this book, it's basically the girl, her name's Delilah, and she is a baker extraordinaire. She hosts a show where she bakes stuff and it has a whole production team and everything. And then he is a hockey player. He grew up with her and her older brother and was her older brother's best friend. So it's best friend's little sister trope, hockey player, and then like baker. So it's very cutesy, very just adorable. Like if you're in the mood for just pure romance, cutesy romance, this is it. And I'm really liking it so far because I've really been in the romance mood. So this is the last time you're going to see pretty Alicia, and now we're about to see gremlin Alicia. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm beautiful with or without makeup, right? Okay, anyways, let's go take our makeup off.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, where fantasies bloom in the pale moonlight. We'll let go of all that we know and dance in the stardust's gentle flow. Dancing in the stardust, we're weightless and free in a world of wonders. Just you and me, lost in the moment. Our spirits ignite as we twirl in the magic of the cosmic light. Among constellations we'll find our way.
Good morning, guys. It is now Wednesday and I did read a little bit last night. So last night I read about 50 pages, and then this morning I read about like 60, I want to say, like 60 to 70 pages. So let's just say I read like 110 in total, something around that. I'm not going to do the exact math, mostly because honestly for the last part of this book I kind of skimmed because it was not very good, like in my opinion. And by not very good, I just mean that like it wasn't what I like in a book to read. It just got too cutesy, I think. And this has happened in other romance books before as well. Kind of after all of the like, will they, won't they? And then they do. If there's just too much of the book left, I don't care enough. Like, I just don't care. I'm not, like, a lot of the ending was more about like the drama that the male main character has with like his father and like family stuff. And I just don't care. Like, that's not why I'm reading this book. So yeah, I'm going to give this book 3 stars because I really liked it, mostly up until I probably loved the first 2/3 of the book. It kind of felt like the last third of the book didn't really need to be there. Like, it could have been wrapped up quickly. I mean, I literally skimmed. Like, I read like 60 pages in 20 minutes. Like, like I wanted to be done with it because I was ready to move on to something else. So far today, let's say I've read around like 60 pages. So that's more than I have read yesterday or Monday. So go me. Now it is time to pick out another read. I decided I'm gonna read Briardark because after having, I feel like I need a palate cleanser after having just such a cutesy romance. Like, I need something a little bit darker. Sorry if you could hear my dog chewing on his chew in the background. But okay, I'm going to read you the back of this book because obviously I haven't read it yet, so I am not 100% sure what it's about. Okay, so for Dr. Sienna DuPont and her ambitious team, the Alpenglow Glacier expedition is a career-defining opportunity. But 30 miles into the desolate Dead Switch wilderness, they discover a missing hiker dangling from a tree, and their satellite phone fails to call out. Then the body vanishes without a trace. The disappearance isn't the only chilling anomaly. Sienna's map no longer aligns with the trail. The glacier they were supposed to study has inexplicably melted. Strange foliage overruns the mountainside, and a tunnel within a tree hollow lures Sienna to a hidden cabin and a stranger with a sinister message. Holden Sharp's IT job offers little distraction from... Oh, okay, so I think that is like one part. And then maybe in the future, Holden Sharp's IT job offers little distraction from his wasted potential until he stumbles upon a decommissioned hard drive and an old audio file. Trapped on a mountain, Dr. Sienna DuPont recounts an expedition in chaos and the bloody death of a colleague. Entranced by the mystery, Holden searches for answers to Sienna's fate, but he is unprepared for the truth that will draw him to the outskirts of Dead Switch Wilderness, a place teeming with unfathomable nightmares and impossibilities. So it sounds like it's like a research team from the past, and then this IT guy, I guess, finds the recordings or whatever of that previous expedition and starts to learn like the mysteries and also goes on a little exploration himself. This book specifically sounds very much like a found footage horror movie that I would watch. If that was the plot of a found footage horror movie, I would 100% be watching that immediately. Like, that sounds so interesting. So I am very excited to start this. We will see how much I get done. So it is, all right, it's around 350 pages. So 348 pages. I would love to read. I want to do a reading vlog where I do 200 pages a day, or at least attempt to, because I feel like that I would get a lot of books done, because if I did 200 pages a day, I could get this book done in 2 days and that would be great. But I just don't know if this week is going to allow that. That's where we're at for today. So let's see how much of this we can get read. Okay, so I read for a little bit, like 5 pages worth, and then Cameron was gonna run some errands, so I decided to go with him, and we got Black Rifle coffee. So I got a smashed pumpkin cold brew with cold foam. Cameron got a like a lemonade, like an Arnold Palmer sort of drink. So let's try his first.
It's really good.
I don't like that.
Okay.
There's like a weird aftertaste to it. I don't like that. But let's try my fall pumpkin drink. Tastes like pumpkin pie. That's really good. It really does taste pumpkin pie-ish. Delish. Now we are going to head to Books A Million and see what shenanigans we can get up to there. Hey you guys, it is Wednesday now of this realistic reading week, and I have not gotten any reading in today, and it's already 6 p.m. So that's how today's going. We spent the day filming a different video. It was a try on at like a mall that's almost 2 hours away from us, but they had a store called Arula that I'd never tried, so I wanted to try that. So that's what we have spent today doing. And I'm not gonna read quite yet, but I wanted to fill you guys in on how many pages I read yesterday. So I wanted to fill you in on where I am in the book, Briardark. So I'm on page 72, which means that, so yesterday I read 72 pages of this book. And then I think that also was in connection with the previous book that I just read, and that was around 60 pages. So whatever that math is, a little over 100 pages is what I read yesterday. So none has been read today, but I'm still planning to possibly read tonight. Might just watch Lost with Cameron, still undecided. But that's life. And that's okay. I'm sure I'll have more time to read this weekend rather than like during the week. I usually read more on the weekend. Yeah, I'm really liking the book so far. I'm actually loving it a lot more than I thought I would, because I've read books similar to this and they either tend to hit or miss. Like sometimes they're just really poorly written and it's impossible to follow along, or they just are kind of boring. But this one is really good. So there was a group of like influencers, or one girl was an influencer and the rest weren't, but there was a group of girls that like went missing previously, like a couple years beforehand. And then now this research team that has some kind of connection to them. Okay, honestly, I can't explain this. But anyways, I'm liking this book a lot so far. It is very spooky, but in a not like terrifying way. Like I'm not afraid to sleep at night, which is nice. So I'm very excited to continue reading this, possibly later tonight or just tomorrow, but I just wanted to check in with you guys so that I just didn't fully miss vlogging for this reading challenge today. So that is where I'm at today, and I'll probably catch up with you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, I figured I would add this into the vlog because it's not a lot of stuff, but I did get a few things from Torrid. So I'm gonna open the package for you guys and show you what's inside. All right, and I'm also showing Cameron, he is behind the camera. He doesn't know what I got. This Nirvana shirt that I'm very excited about.
Can you name more than one Nirvana song? Can you name one Nirvana song?
The Other Side of the Moon?
That's Pink Floyd and its Dark Side of the Moon. That's an album.
Teenager Scare.
That's My Chemical Romance.
No, the Teenager song.
That's My Chemical Romance, dear.
I don't think so.
Hey, Google, who wrote Teenagers?
The lyrics of Teenagers
I
were
love that
written
all
by
this
My
stuff.
Chemical Romance.
Teen Spirit. No. I meant Teen Spirit.
The full title of the song, please.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Good job. All right.
Thank you.
Took her a while, but she got there.
I really thought the Teenager song. I was like, you're wrong. Very excited about this one. I actually tried this one on in a different Torrid try-on, but they didn't have the correct size. So I ordered it online.
That one's great.
Thank you. So which one's your favorite out of all three?
Probably that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, well that's the little haul. Anyways, back to my reading. Hey guys, I did not record anything yesterday, but today is Sunday, and I actually finished this book. I think yesterday I read like 70-ish pages, and then today I finished the book, so that would be like over 100, maybe 150 pages or so. I'll do the calculations when I edit, so I will have the final numbers for you, but off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure how many pages that would be. But yes, it is Sunday at like 1 p.m. and I literally just finished this like less than 5 minutes ago. So what I didn't know was that this is actually, I guess, supposed to be a trilogy. The second book, it looks like is out, but the third one, I don't believe has been written / like published yet. Maybe it's been written, but it hasn't been published for purchase or whatever. I don't think, because this is a pretty recent book. I think the second book in the series just came out in July, from what I've read, but I looked on Reddit just to kind of see like what do people think about this series, because I'm unsure. I say I'm unsure, but I am a person that unless I really hate a book that's the first one in the series, I will probably just go ahead and finish the series at some point. I am in the middle of quite a few series, so I think I might do a video on finishing series that I'm in the middle of. Like I'm pretty sure I've said in previous reading vlogs, I like to go into especially thriller and horror books as blind as I can because I don't want anything ruined for me. So with this book, I had no idea what to expect other than like what's on the back of it. And even that, I try not to like look too hard into it and not to read too hard into it because I want to be surprised. I want there to be the mystery. Like without that, the book loses its interest to me. So anyways, I'm gonna rate this a 3.5 stars because I did really like it, but the fact that it's the first book of a series and it is so focused on mysteries and things like that, I didn't feel that closure at the end of the book that I would hope to feel at the end of like a thriller or a mystery. So if a writer is going to do multiple books in a mystery series or whatever, I like when at least one mystery is solved in the first book. In each book, I think at least one mystery should be solved so that we get some kind of like closure and some kind of finality of like, okay, at least we know something. Otherwise, it starts to feel like Pretty Little Liars to me, the show, when it just seems like you spend so much time and effort watching this show and you feel like you've learned nothing. Like absolutely nothing matters of what you've watched. Like because you never find out anything. That's how I kind of felt about this book after finishing it. I'm just like, well, I still have so many questions, which I'm sure will be answered by the third book. But someone in a Reddit post said that they felt like this whole series almost seemed like maybe it was one big book but split into 3, and they thought the second book was like the most boring part. So I'm kind of like annoyed that I would have to get through a second book just to get to the finality, like the closure, the revelations, you know, of all the secrets. So I'm a little annoyed that it's a trilogy. I did really enjoy reading it though. I will say that I did really enjoy reading it. It definitely, if you enjoy like found footage, getting lost in a forest type of books, you would like this. There's no found footage in it, but just the way it's written feels like if it were a movie, it would be found footage. So that's why I say that. It's told from different perspectives. And then at the end, it's told from a perspective that kind of makes you wonder, like, who is this? It's an unknown perspective. So definitely a lot of mystery. I don't know. I can't decide. I feel like this is one of those that I have to sit with a little bit because I can't decide if I want to read the second book or not. I guess subscribe to my channel so that you can watch any reading vlogs that come up in the future, because I might finish this series. I kind of feel like I definitely want to wait until the third and final. I think it's a trilogy. I think it's only supposed to be 3 books. So if it is only 3 books, I think I want to wait until the third and final book is out. And then maybe I will read the second and third book all kind of in one sitting, because I don't know. Especially if people say, well, I don't know though, because the rating for the second book did get really good ratings. So maybe it was just this one person that felt this way. But if they felt like it was boring, then I'm like, well, I don't want to go through all of that to then have to wait for the third book and forget everything that I read, you know? So this book to me is definitely a setup. So if you're not a person that wants to read a trilogy, I wouldn't even start this book because you learn nothing. Like it's really a setup. This book is, in my opinion, people might have different opinions and that's fine, but in my opinion, this book is completely a setup for the rest of the series. And that's not a bad thing, but if you don't have the time or the patience to like wait that long for a secret to be revealed, like for closure on all the mysteries and secrets, then I wouldn't bother and I wouldn't waste your time. But if you like this sort of foresty, it's almost like ghost and time travel. And I'm not giving anything away because honestly, I have no idea these are all just like things that people in this book bring up of like, it could be this or it could be this. Like we have no idea. So I'm just throwing out things that people in the book have said, this might be the answer. I don't know. So it could be time travel. It could be paranormal. I have no idea. But if you like that sort of thing and you like books that are kind of set in a foresty setting that are creepy and also have like cult stuff in it, not hugely in this one, but it sounds like maybe there will be more cult stuff in the next books. And also there is like a video game conspiracy in this as well, of people are saying that these girls went missing and that one of them played a video game before she went and it could be connected, but no one knows for sure. And you don't learn in this book if that is the case or not. So I don't know. I feel like this book just left me with a lot of questions. And if I would have known this was a trilogy, I don't think I would have read this book in this vlog, because I think I would have wanted to have all the books before I read it. But I didn't realize, and I didn't do my research because I never do on horror and thriller books. I like to go in blind, but this was a realistic reading week for me. When I don't like purposefully make myself read for specific vlog ideas or themed like reading content videos, I would say that I maybe read like a book a week. I would say that's pretty accurate. And it's very much like, I feel like on a busy day, I maybe read 50 pages in a day. And then on a very slow day where I have more time to read, I would say I could read anywhere from 100 to 300 pages before I get really like bored and need to do something else. Thanks for hanging out with me in this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate you guys so much. There will be more reading content. It just takes a little bit longer to film this kind of content than other content that I post on my channel because reading takes quite a while. I'm not the fastest reader by any means. I feel like I'm very average. Like I'm a very average reader in the amount of books I read and how fast I read them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one.